From helping people with special needs to leaping to a disaster in a single bound, these are just some of the amazing tasks that pups of the new 3D IMAX film Superpower dogs perform. It's currently being shown at the IMAX Theater at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. Karen Rosnick recently sat down with the film's director, Daniel Ferguson.
All right, Daniel, thank you so much for being here. And I have to say, you're my Canadian brother from another mother.
I know. This is fantastic. Winnipeg,
We just
Montreal.
figured this out. Yeah, exactly. Montreal, Winnipeg.
And here we are in Denver.
I know. And we're talking about Superpowered dogs. Amazing film. I'm so glad you made this film. What inspired you to direct this endeavor?
Look, I love dogs. You know, I'm a huge animal lover. But I just could not figure out for the longest time how to make it for an IMAX 3D screen. That was really the key to find, and it ended up being search and rescue. And when I started to research avalanche, water rescue dogs, all these superpowers that dogs have, that was the hook. Then it was, okay, now we can deliver on the promise of this giant screen.
And I always say that dogs are so much better than people. They are. They're truly amazing. So what can you tell me about the dogs that are featured in this film?
So we've got right behind us here, this is Henry, who's based in British Columbia, and Henry is the James Bond of dogs. He is laser focused. He long lines from helicopter and will save people buried under ice and snow, avalanche rescue dog. We've got this Italian Newfoundland that can tow 50 times its own weight in the water. This is, you know, a helicopter of Henry long lining the rescue in the backcountry of British Columbia. So we've got a number of dogs in this film. We follow 4 or 5 stories. We've got dogs in Kenya who can track poachers down and bring them to justice using their noses. We've got an urban search and rescue dog, Halo, we follow over 3 years in training from 10 weeks all the way to 3 years. So it was meant to be epic, larger than life, the most dramatic celebration of the human-dog bond.
And I mean, dogs, like I said, they're better than people. And I know you're asking people to kind of like share their own superpower dogs. So you have a website, superpowerdogs.com, and you're asking people to share a picture of their dog's superpower. So I took it upon myself to share my dog, Bailey's superpower.
Let's see it.
Let's throw her up on the screen. There she is.
Oh, there's Bailey.
That's Bailey doing what she does best, which is napping. But that's, I have to say, that's after chasing a bunch of squirrels in the park.
Well, she's earned her rest.
She's earned that nap, but yeah. So I know you're a dog lover. You don't have a dog, but you have a picture of a dog that you are very close to and has a very special story. So what can you tell me about that?
Let's bring this dog up. So this is me and Taser. So Taser is with Texas Task Force 1, Texas A&M Task Force, an amazing dog, and is filling the footsteps of an exceptional dog named Brittany. Its handler is Denise Corliss. Brittany was the longest surviving 9/11 dog. And so this dog, Taser, can go out and find people buried in an earthquake, a structural collapse. Was it Hurricane Harvey? And I just connected with this dog. You know, I love all dogs. Golden Retrievers I have a thing for. I have to be honest, they're so empathetic. There's something about their ability to know us, to know our needs, to be able to respond to our needs. And that's ultimately kind of, you asked why I made the film, was that intense emotional relationship we have with these animals.
And when you were filming, did you have these bonds with the dogs that you were featuring as well? I know, you know, like I sat through the trailer and I started bawling. So what can you tell me about some of the connections that you established with the dogs?
Well, it's very moving for me because, as I say, we invested in a particular story of a puppy. You know, it's kind of our Luke Skywalker story. You know, our hero's journey. Does the puppy have what it takes to go out and save lives? And as the puppy learns something, we go off, we meet the strongest dog, the most empathetic or intuitive dog, the dog with the greatest nose, the sensory capabilities. So it's sort of a celebration of everything that dogs do in their breed diversity. So I had so much connection. I mean, I learned so much making this movie about the heroism of the people who work with dogs, people who devote their lives to really making the world a better place.
They do. So what do you hope people take away from this film?
I hope that people look at their pets in a new light. You know, one of the ways we use the IMAX format is to make you into a dog, so you get to see and smell the world as a dog would. And I think it changes people's perception. Look, we all love dogs. And if you don't, hopefully you go to this movie and you have a new appreciation of what dogs bring to our lives. And in fact, maybe the real superheroes are right in front of us on the edge of our bed.
Well, I think my dog is the biggest superhero in my life, so I'm sure so many people will appreciate this film. Bring some Kleenex because it's going to be kind of a tearjerker. I mean, these dogs are just so amazing. It just touches my heart. So thank you so much for making the film.
It was my pleasure.
I can't wait to see it. Be sure to catch the new IMAX 3D film, Superpower Dogs, at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science until the end of the year. You can find tickets online. Go to dmns.org.